I'm Kate, standing in for Linda Kay tonight. I am here live at the PWR 2013 Draft. We have the accounting firm over here working hard, tallying up the results for you, and we'll bring them to you shortly.
This is the Pro Wrestling Report Primetime TV, the longest-running pro wrestling news program in the world, with your hosts, David Hero and Damian Nelson.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report Prime Time Saturday night. Damian Nelson sitting alongside David Octavius Tiberius, the alleged Backyard One-Time Knockouts Hall of Fame Diva Straight Edge.
You know what?
Hardcore champion hero.
It's just Hall of Famer. Al Snow has dubbed me the Hall of. We don't need all the.
Is he on the committee?
Stuff. Oh, he's on the committee. Absolutely. You know, we're going to be seeing him later tonight.
That is true. Down in Chicago, we were down there last night.
Yes.
With Kevin Nash.
Ken Anderson. C2E2 will be there again tomorrow during the day. We are truly worldwide.
But be that as it may, only a few minutes here, David Hero. So let's get right down to this week's WWE report. And well, this past Monday on Raw, and for those of you that didn't hear prior to this past Monday on Raw, earlier in the day, we found out tragic news that Daniel Bryan's father had passed away unexpectedly. And that would go on to explain what we saw, at least to a degree, go down on Raw to kick off the show, which was Kane in a brutal attack on Daniel Bryan with not one, not two, but three tombstone pile drivers, apron, stairs, and broadcast table was where Bryan's head landed.
When was the last time?
Each of those times.
Take out Taker and Brock Lesnar attempt. When was the last time you saw a tombstone pile driver? It's been a while.
After the one we saw at WrestleMania from from Taker on Brock, we should never see one again.
But you know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't seen on Raw. Yeah, pile drivers. But you know, watching Daniel Bryan come down to the ring on Monday Night Raw,
he had a tear in his eye.
He looked different. He wasn't ecstatic. He wasn't he wasn't
tried.
shiny. He looked like a guy with a heavy heart.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
That absolutely is what it was.
Yeah. And you got to imagine and put yourself in Bryan's shoes. Literally, you know, he's in wherever they were. Felt like Baltimore, maybe.
It was Baltimore.
And he had learned, presumably while he was on the road, that his father had passed away. So he still comes out and performs for all of us. So, of course, for that, we are forever in his debt. But just a tumultuous week. He just got married last week, David Hero. So you got to assume he spent a lot of time with his father, who then passed away unexpectedly that day. But be that as it may, that's happening behind the curtain, if you will. Our condolences go out to Daniel Bryan's family. But one thing we've talked about and discussed is Daniel Bryan's challenging journey as WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And I'd like you to remake the points you've made about why that journey has been a challenge since even the night he won it at WrestleMania, understanding that later on in DWHS we're going to hear a lot more about Daniel Bryan.
I mean, Daniel Bryan becomes the WWE World Heavyweight Champion at WrestleMania. It's supposed to be the night of nights, the biggest show going, but his story is overshadowed by The Undertaker's streak ending. People left the Mercedes Superdome, almost said Silverdome, you know, in just all distraught that Taker lost. Then Monday Night Raw comes along, Ultimate Warrior comes out, steals the show, and then he dies the next day, Ultimate Warrior. So he went from being top story, new world champion, to, okay, well, Taker's going to take top billing because the streak ends. Well, then Ultimate Warrior dies, and now Daniel Bryan is now number 3 at best. Gets married, misses the next week's Raw as the new world champion. And now his father passes, written off Raw Monday night for, it might be a week or so, until the next pay-per-view. So for the guy that's been the new face of the company, hasn't been getting much face time lately.
They knew about the wedding, obviously. Didn't know about any of the other circumstances that would occur. So it's you could almost compare his reign as champion so far to the reign of yet another former WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I think we'll hear about that later in DWHS. But more happening this week in WWE, including the big ending to Raw this past Monday night, which was Bray Wyatt singing us a little ditty while holding in his head the whole world, known as John Cena's head. An interesting end to Raw this past Monday night.
I don't think it was as powerful as what they were hoping for, because you know how John Cena cut the promo earlier in Raw saying that the fans have been singing the song, it's been getting louder. Well, they dedicated a lot of time at the end of Raw to Bray Wyatt singing that song. And I think they're hoping that at least half or 75% of the audience would have been singing with Bray Wyatt. That didn't happen as the show went off the air. Wasn't as strong as that.
I thought they were singing, though. I think maybe they did it, because he did it on the way to the ring, I think, and then did it at the end, and it just kept going at the end.
You have to train the monkeys to sing along. Oh. You do. You got to make
Ladies
sure
and
they
gentlemen,
know the lyrics.
what he is not saying is that us wrestling fans are monkeys. He's not saying that at all. What you're saying is you have to plant the seed and then let the plant grow.
Well, that's what I meant.
Is there dissension amongst the Broads? We saw a little bit on SmackDown last night.
Well, you know, Cody is a little hot-headed. I mean, he's your boy and all. I mean, he's young.
Are we on our way to that match? Cody Rhodes versus Goldust.
Do the people want to see that match now?
Absolutely they do. They will want to.
Do you think
I think
so?
they will want to.
I don't know. Nobody wants to see tag teams, especially brothers, fight.
Matt and Jeff Hardy.
Nobody wanted to see Matt and Jeff Hardy
Undertaker
fight.
and Kane.
Nobody wanted to see Road Dogg and Billy fight.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Well, you're wrong, because Cody is a superstar, and his brother Goldust is a superstar as well.
First ballot Hall of Famer superstar.
And I would eventually say we'll see that match coming up soon, but I think they need to build them back up as a tag team before breaking them up so that we get as excited as we were about them as tag team when they were champions.
This could be very tricky for Cody because he's had his best success with his brother at his side.
Nah, wow. And
he's had a great run.
Speaking of great runs, the Shield is on a great one because they dominated SmackDown last night, destroying. They destroyed what's his name, Brad Maddox. They destroyed.
Oh, okay. Who?
Well, they just kept coming out and just attacking people.
Right.
I mean, they were proved as dominant, and the authority was off last night on SmackDown.
Of course, they don't work Fridays. They had a long weekend. Do you blame them?
Wade Barrett and RVD advance in the Intercontinental Championship tournament. One of them will take on Big E Langston, presumably at next Sunday's
Wade Barrett
pay-per-view.
is finally getting the call.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
And what a great build to him. I didn't like the whole Bad News Barrett character to begin with. Then it got good, and how he knocked out Sheamus on Raw was fantastic.
They sent a message, not to Sheamus, but to us as fans, that Barrett is a contender.
Absolutely.
That's this week's WWE Report, ladies and gentlemen. Still so much more to come here on the Pro Wrestling Report Primetime, and we'll get to all that on the other side of this brief timeout.
Impact Wrestling returns to Racine, Wisconsin for the first time in almost 4 years with the all-new 2014 World Tour. See Magnus, Mr. Anderson, Bobby Roode, Kurt Angle, and more. Come an hour early for photos and autographs at the hottest fist-pumping pre-show party hosted by Rockstar Spud and DJ Z. Free with your ticket Saturday, May 3rd at Racine Memorial Hall. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. TNA Impact Wrestling, as fun as it gets.
Follow us on Twitter for breaking news, live wrestling chat, and pure hilarity. Head over to twitter.com/PWR Show and be part of the conversation.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling Report Primetime Saturday night. Damian Nelson sitting alongside David Hero.
On that last break, I went to go and get my Quest bar. Walked by the office.
Yeah.
What accounting firm do you got? And since when has Cal become a CPA?
DCH.
Okay.
Dewey, Cheatham.
You realize that you have 3 kids with laptops.
They're
counting.
What do you mean kids? We hire young.
Bro, that's like, sweat
Well, what, are you
shop
scared?
kind of stuff.
Are you scared you're not going to win?
No, because I know Cal's going to be there, and Cal will do the
Cal's
right
in
thing.
charge. He's running the thing. He's in charge of the intern.
But you have 3 kids.
They've been vetted. They're fine. They've got no alliances.
They can't even spell vetted.
2 T's. It's time for this week's hot news, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Cellucor, featuring products that maximize every training session, helping you get the gains you're looking for faster than a speeding bullet. Head to Cellucor.com and enter the code PWR Show at checkout and get 20% off your entire order.
20%.
20%. Hell of a deal.
It's fantastic.
DirecTV has announced that they will no longer be carrying WWE pay-per-view events. They also stated that they reserve the right to change that decision at any time. WWE responded to DirecTV's announcement by saying, and I quote, "Yes, DirecTV has decided to stop offering our pay-per-views residentially and commercially. The only other option would be to work through the local cable provider." This will have a certain impact on places that show WWE pay-per-view events for free, as DirecTV was the primary provider of these services. Dish TV also does not list the May 4th Extreme Rules pay-per-view as being available to their subscribers. Now, in an interesting turn of events, Ring of Honor Wrestling announced last week that they're moving from internet pay-per-view to traditional pay-per-view, starting with their Best in the World event emanating from Nashville, Tennessee on June 22nd. Some pay-per-view turmoil right now.
It's
but
a lot of
WrestleMania,
it's a lot of pay-per-view shenanigans.
600,000 people on the network. They were number 3 as far as streaming services. The night of WrestleMania was WWE behind Netflix and I can't remember the other one.
Sounds like Hulu.
No, Hulu Plus. They beat out Hulu Plus, actually. And another 400,000 people bought it.
3
Now,
kids counting up my scores.
Typically about 1 million people buy WrestleMania, so if you just judge it on those numbers, revenue won't show it, but ultimately the event's still viewed by the same number of eyes. PWTorch.com is reporting that Ultimate Warrior's marketing company Ultimate Creations is going after retailers attempting to sell fake Warrior merchandise following his passing. TMZ reports that attorneys have sent out cease and desist letters to more than 100 merchandisers threatening legal action. Speaking of Warrior, it was revealed last week that his official cause of death was heart disease, which caused a massive heart attack. No drugs or alcohol were involved in Warrior's death. That's it for this week's Hot News, presented by Cellucor, who helps you maximize your workout and your life. Now, David, you, this week, made a life decision. Made a life choice, if you will.
Oh, that one we're talking about?
You picked out your little tablet there, your little phone.
Yes, I did. Oh, that, okay. I got nervous for a second.
And you ordered the WWE Network.
Yes, I did. How about that?
And you checked out some shows.
I did.
And Legends House was one of them, which debuted last week, second episode this week. What are your thoughts on the network?
I love Legends House. I think it is highly entertaining. I mean, because me and Gene is one of our good, close, dear, long-time
personal friends, yeah.
Howard Finkel, another tremendous individual. Roddy Piper, always entertaining. Just, it's good TV. It's one of my favorite reality shows. But oh my God, the content on the network is
Isn't it amazing?
ridiculous. I went back and I watched the 97 Over the Edge from Milwaukee.
98?
98.
From the Mecca Arena.
Yes.
Sable walked out. She lost a loser leaves match.
Yes, but just did
McMahon
you see
versus
all
versus
of us
Mick
that were
Foley?
there?
Yeah.
There was a lot of us.
Yeah. There's this one woman I saw on that pay-per-view.
Yeah. We don't need to talk about that.
The Ultimate Warrior special, in a 4-part series of specials last week, was absolutely some of the best television WWE has ever made. Not because it was about Warrior, but just because they finally pulled back the WWE veil, if you will, the curtain that they put on most of their DVDs to make you believe what they want to believe. And it felt like for the first time in a very long time, they told the 100%
It was like watching the Oprah Network.
Truth. OWN?
Oprah, yeah. OWN.
What do you watch on the Oprah Network?
I don't know. They got stuff on there.
Tyler Perry Show?
That's, what's her name? Medea, correct.
Do you think it's worth $9.99 a month for the WWE
absolutely.
Network?
Just because it was worth it to see the poster over CM Punk's face. And then it was worth it for everyone to say, oh my God, Sting is on the network.
Yeah. In a recent interview, because it occurred after his death, after Warrior's death. But anyways, that is the network. I would second that emotion. $9.99 a month is a heck of a steal. They're not paying us to say that either, folks, but it is worth your time, your money, your energies. Get the WWE Network right now. Let's go now to the Event Center to find out what all the latest and greatest events coming to the area are. Take it away, Kate.
Kate.
Welcome to the PWR Event Center, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Impact Wrestling is coming to Racine Saturday night, featuring Mr. Anderson, Magnus, Gail Kim, and more. This event kicks off with the Fist Pumpin' Pre-Party hosted by Rockstar Spud and DJ Z. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and will also be available at the door.
This is the Monster Abyss from Impact Wrestling, and TNA Impact invades Racine, Wisconsin on Saturday night, May 3rd. Tickets on sale now.
PWR is bringing Sweet and Sexy back to Los Angeles for SummerSlam. See the Summer Spectacular from a private suite with your PWR team. Order yours now at pwrshow.com and be part of it. That's all for this week's Event Center, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices. Now let's see who made this week's Diamond of the Ring.
This week's Robert Hack Diamond of the Ring is the
Cody Rhodes. Thank you very much. What a great choice. I appreciate
Machine Kane comes back out with the mask.
Cody doesn't wear red.
No. The demon is back. Kane, the big red machine, abso-freaking-lutely destroyed Daniel Bryan Danielson to show why he will be the #1 contender at Extreme Rules and might become, he won't become the new world champion, but Kane once again showing he has a great hand, dependable, and that guy needed right now for Daniel Bryan. Robert Hack, Diamond of the Ring, the place where they pay cash for gold, Kane.
Still to come, we announce the winner of the 2013 PWR Fantasy Draft. The final numbers are being calculated, and the winner will be announced later in the show. Stay tuned.
If you've been hurt in a car wreck, the insurance company may try to stop you from getting what's fair.
They better be careful. Now I've got Gruber Law Offices.
One call, that's all.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pro Wrestling
Do you realize
Report.
that you have kids counting? Cal is taking selfies, typing on a keyboard without a monitor to him. You have Chase and Kai on paper. You know how paper goes around this show. Remember the Kaz, how he feels about paper?
Oh, why are you so nervous?
Because
why don't you just concede now?
No, because it's very kabuki-ish. I believe in my son to do the right thing.
Kate, can you do me a favor? Is it possible? Can you grab my trophy and present it to me, as we're going to do on the you can come right on through here, as we're going to do at the end of the show here when we announce the draft winner. I have so much confidence.
Oh, I'm getting a new trophy. I'm not having your hand.
You're not getting any kind of trophy. You didn't win anything. I think you can. Come on around back here. Yes.
I am not taking your.
Hi, Kate. How are you? I'm so glad you're here this week. So much taller than Linda.
Well, she's wearing heels.
Thank you, Kate.
I am not taking your hand-me-downs. I'm not taking your dollar store trophy.
TNA Sacrifice is live on pay-per-view tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, and the main event is the brand new TNA World Heavyweight Champion Eric Young taking on Magnus, your former TNA champion. David Hero, how would you book this?
Boy, I mean, you have to decide what direction do you want to go in. Do you want to give the run to Eric Young, or do you want to try to rebuild Magnus as a top credible heel? It's a coin flip. I mean, right now, Eric Young...
it's a wrestling match.
No, it's a coin flip as far as how I would book it. Yes, it's a wrestling match. Eric Young, very over, very talented. You got to believe he's going to be the favorite to win, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Magnus somehow grabs the belt and restarts his reign of terror.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Then that's not even a transitional champion that Eric Young would have been.
Of course it is.
He transitioned from Magnus to Magnus?
Yeah. As Magnus that wasn't getting over to now a fresh start Magnus. It's no different.
They can't change that title again this quickly. No, its value goes down with each time they do that.
It is TNA Impact Wrestling.
The TNA Knockouts Championship will be on the line as Madison Rayne takes on Angelina Love. A little bit of an implosion continuing with the former Beautiful People.
You know what? I really hope Madison Rayne can retain. I don't think that Angelina Love should leave as the Knockouts champion yet. I think they need a little bit more nonsense involved in that. Madison Rayne has done a fantastic job. She's my choice. I would book Madison Rayne to defeat Angelina Love. You don't gotta polish it up real nice.
It's a tables match. Bully Ray versus Bobby Roode. This could be a tremendous wrestling contest.
It's going to be great because it's two old school guys that are physical, great workers, hard workers, good wrestlers, good talkers. They will tell a fantastic story, and who better to have in a tables match than Bully Ray? Which makes me think you kind of got to like Bobby Roode's chances.
It's a committed match. Samuel Shaw versus Mr. Anderson.
Oh, you got to go with Ken Anderson.
And a an I Quit match. Gunner versus James Storm. This could be the hottest feud going into tomorrow's pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I just can't see Gunner, the former Marine, quitting ever. Now, James Storm, a few beers in him, he'll tap anything.
Well, Beer Money's back together as well. Maybe Bobby Roode somehow or another gets involved in this match.
Right now, James Storm is already an established star. It's time for Gunner to go to that next level.
Did you call Rockstar Spud Thursday night, Friday morning?
I did, yes.
He got destroyed on Thursday's Impact. Welcome back, Kurt Angle.
That poor little crumpet.
TNA Sacrifice tomorrow night on pay-per-view.
doesn't look great. Redo that.
I think we have a winner. See right there. Right there.
It looks like we have a winner.
Yes!
It's about time.
Yes!
All right, we're gonna go take this to the studio. We need to.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Oh wait, I gotta get to the studio too.
Follow us on Twitter for breaking news, live wrestling chat, and pure hilarity. Head over to twitter.com/PWR show and be part of the conversation.
The Shield is the #1 star in the WWE, and they will main event the next pay-per-view. The fans got Daniel Bryan as their champion, but the Office got the Shield as their future. How could Triple H, who has spent the last 6 months trying to stop the Yes Movement, so easily walk away from a pinfall loss to Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, then watch him win the biggest prize in the land? Easy. CM Punk. Punk and Bryan will parallel each other during their title reigns. Great workhorses, but never top main event guys. Triple H knows Cena will continue to lay the golden eggs, so it's time to elevate the future stars in the Shield. And by working the Evolution vs. Shield program, they will become bigger draws and twice the stars. The Office gave you what you wanted in Daniel Bryan, and then they took what they desired, the Shield. And with that, David Hero has spoken.
Again, I'm going to win. Just delegate yourself to that fact.
I survived New Orleans. I don't know about you.
I'm sitting here alive, man.
Yes,
you see me breathing, don't you?
I do see you breathing.
The new breed in WWE, In Depth.
We got a quick plug, our Double D podcast.
Yes.
For our New Orleans shenanigans, you got to go check it out.
It's available online at pwrshow.com. You can subscribe on iTunes as well, and it is definitely something you want to check out, folks. But right now, it's time to go in-depth, in-depth on the new breed in WWE. Over the last couple of weeks on WWE programming, we've seen videos introducing us to new stars that are coming soon to the mainstream shows. Videos so far have featured Bo Dallas, who we were introduced to at a recent Royal Rumble event, and Adam Rose, who set the internet ablaze with a recent appearance on NXT on the WWE Network. There are, in addition to the new Diva, these are in addition to the new Divas champion Paige, who debuted 2 weeks ago on Raw and defeated AJ Lee for the title, and Alexander Rusev, who is accompanied by the oh so very talented Lana.
Lovely and talented.
One could say that there's definitely a changing of the guard in WWE with this and the fact that Daniel Bryan is the new WWE World Champion.
One can say no one does stairs better than Lana.
Is this a typical post-WrestleMania reset, or is there perhaps more to this story? In many past years, we've seen WWE do some spring cleaning after WrestleMania, and some are saying that this year will be no different. But let's not jump to conclusions so soon. Perhaps this is just the introduction of some new talents to what is already a pretty thin roster. If that is the case, what should WWE do with these new talents, and who should they be paired with, if anybody, to make sure that the fans embrace them? First, David Hero, I'd love to hear your impression of Alexander Rusev so far.
I think Rusev is fantastic. I think he's got a great look. He has the hottest manager in wrestling right now.
Let's just say it. She's the hottest manager in the history of wrestling.
She could be. She very well.
Who's better?
Miss Elizabeth.
Hot? Miss Elizabeth was hot?
Miss Elizabeth was gorgeous.
Hot. Hot and gorgeous are different.
I don't know. But anyways, let's not. You're getting sidetracked.
You could marry Elizabeth. I want to marry Lana.
Well, you couldn't. She doesn't have. She's not here legally. So, but I mean, Rusev is going to be a beast. He's going to.
He is a beast.
I mean, but he's going to get better. Yeah. He's very. He has all the tools you need, and I'm looking forward to see what they can do with him. I don't want to see him being stuck in 12-on-3 matches against the Shield though forever. Adam Rose. I'm not too sure about him yet.
What?
I'm not.
Really?
You know, but let me just say I don't watch a whole lot of NXT.
Hippo.
But he's on a bus that I'm guessing you need to be on some type of impairment to appreciate. Okay, why else do you travel with the Easter Bunny and Silverman? I don't get it.
He's just having a party, David Hero. You've ended up in a car with strange people before.
With what?
Strange people.
I thought you said mushroom people before. I'm like, what? Yeah, of course I have. I travel with you often. And there's always been a Briscoe in the car sometimes. You never know what's going to happen with us.
Adam Rose, you're not on board. He set the internet ablaze, as I said earlier.
That's fine. A lot of guys set the internet ablaze.
Bo Dallas.
Interesting.
Believe? You don't believe?
I do. It's just you know, it's Bray Wyatt's brother.
Yes.
Another son of IRS, Mike Rotundo. Let's see how he fits in. I'm not too sure he's the right fit yet.
To the WWE roster?
Product, yes.
Really?
Yes.
He's a unique character, that's for sure.
It's one thing to be on NXT. It's another thing to be on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah. And didn't they try with Bo already?
Because you're in a sound stage, and now you're going to arenas. It's different. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, he was the NXT champion for nearly a year.
You might as well agree because you know I'm right, first of all. And second of all, I'm right again.
Excuse me.
Oh,
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Hey, we must have a winner. Come on around, come on in. Come on in, guys.
I will be needing this.
I'm sorry? You will be what?
I have here with me the results of the PWR 2013 draft.
Yes.
Right here.
Don't.
I saw a big number, which had to be mine.
Excuse me, this is not yours. The winner of the PWR 2013
Cal,
draft.
1 second. I don't lose, remember?
Who are you waving in here?
Are you sure about
Hey now!
Oh, come on. You have got to be. Wait, you what? Okay, wait. I didn't even know you were in the draft.
Yeah.
Not only am I winning at the draft, I've been winning at life. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2013 draft winner, the man.
Are you sure? Let's see that.
Hey now.
Hey. Are you kidding me? The most dominant team in the history of Pro Wrestling Report draft of all time? I lose to you and a guy that didn't even have a draft in this thing? Are you freaking
Apparently
kidding me?
he was in. Hey, as long as you didn't win, I'm fine with it.
We only had 2 teams.
Hey now.
There was no meathead team. There was no Ron Sykowski team.
Whoa,
it was
whoa,
Super
whoa,
Friends against the Nelson family. This is a bunch of crap.
Whoa.
You are grounded. Seriously. And you need to go back to the wind tunnel and take a hike. I am protesting this. You know I won. The greatest team of all time.
Look at all this data. Look at all these numbers.
It's a lot of nonsense. And look, you know what? This is the stuff that was missing on that Malaysian flight.
Thank you, sir.
You guys found the black box before you could figure this stuff out.
If I had to figure anybody
forget
else.
that.
If I had to figure anyone else win that wasn't me, it would be you. So I'm so happy. Congratulations.
How can you?
I'm sorry for your loss.
Seriously?
Yeah.
For my loss.
Oh, you lost the draft.
I've been hornswoggled. This is a bunch of crap. I swear to God.
Hey, where can I get this plaque changed with my name on it?
No, it's going to be the Super Friends. What a bunch of bull.
Super losers.
Are you?
Whoa, wait a minute, pal.
Seriously.
We're on television.
No,
Facts are right here.
I don't know how to count anything.
Wow.
You were behind all this.
I'm not behind
Yes, you
anything.
are.
No.
Are you that much of a bad loser?
How are you going to blame me?
People say that I'm a jackass. Finally, I end the streak after 2 years, and then this jabroni comes back, and he's like fondling a trophy, paying little boys. Where's Chris Hansen? That's a bunch of crap there, too.
Can I speak?
Sure. I want to hear this.
We hired an accounting firm.
You didn't hire anything.
We hired an accounting firm.
You paid him with 3
you see
singles.
Right there, there's the title of the accounting. What do you mean you paid him?
Oh, you didn't see the video?
No, my mother went out.
Of course you didn't. See, I pay attention to the product, right?
That's gimmick infringement right there. That's my line from 19.
When did you enter?
When did I enter?
The
last
contest?
year, right after WrestleMania 29.
His wife has a kid. What are you talking about? Stop it.
So you are clearly the master of your domain.
He's the
I'm
master
always the
of
master of
something.
my domain and the master
Why are
of
you
the
upset?
draft.
Why can't you
Who could he have drafted? Please tell me who was on your team.
Draft.
What'd you have? The Ultimate Warrior and Randy Savage? Is that why? Because they've had so many WrestleMania appearances? That's why they're on there?
Draft. You know the WWE Network counts too. Draft.
Oh, well, shit. Then I'm going to draft Andre the Giant next time.
Draft.
Do you get Battle Royal points?
I would like to. I think it might be best, given his current state of mind.
This is a bunch of crap.
Take your temporary leave. Good to see you. Congratulations on your win.
I could handle Heath Slater. I could handle Heath Slater. Okay? I could handle the nonsense last year of all the injuries to my team. But to lose to that dude? Are you kidding me?
We never limited who could enter.
That's like taking out a hot chick for a date. You find out it's a trans testicle. That's a nightmare.
We never limited who could enter. And I did not know until I was told today.
When did he draft the team?
According to this.
Okay, who's on his team? Okay, come on here.
This is This is Ohio, Florida, and Nevada's voting results.
Nevada.
I can't.
Yeah. You know what this stuff looks like?
It says that there are discrepancies.
No, this looks like it's all the crap and the shit that's been missing from that Malaysian flight. I think the kids found that before anybody else did. This is all in some foreign language gibberish.
But, okay, did you keep your own score along the way?
Of course I didn't.
So you don't like the results and now you're pouting about it?
I'm not pouting. I'm pissed.
Okay, you don't like the results and now you are.
You know what? I'm going to
it.
show up next week. I'm going to have my own trophy. Because I am the uncrowned champion.
Do you notice, I think we have a platform here by which we can teach and train some of America's youth on.
We need to teach those kids how to count.
And one thing we are able to teach and train is how to be a proper loser. And I think right now I'm showing that I'll admit after 2 years winning, my streak is over. I lost the draft this year. I believe the accounting firm. I lost the draft. Fine.
Do you
I
realize
lost.
the
But at
benefits
least
that
I
you
didn't
get
lose to
when you win that trophy?
Oh, I realize
all
I've
the
been living them for the
victors
last
that
2
come
years.
to the spoilers?
And yes, I don't want that to spoil, but now I'm in that club, so it's all right.
Okay.
I'm sorry for your loss. I really am. I didn't.
Okay. You know what? It's fine, Damian Nelson. I get this.
Are you threatening me?
I get it. I get it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Next week, the uncrowned champion returns.
Congratulations to the man they call Meathead, winner of the 2013 Pro Wrestling Report Fantasy Draft. Next week, right here on this very program, folks, it's the 2014 Fantasy Draft.
He's not allowed. He's not in this thing. I'm going to have my attorneys show up, and we're going to make sure that this nonsense. Do you realize how much money and time and effort I invest into preparing for this draft?
Oh, I realize it.
How many notebooks of paper I go through for this draft? The
Perhaps
research.
you should increase your budget then and do a little better next year so you actually win.
I did win. I won.
Proof is in the pudding. Can you show me? Show me how you won.
Okay, Bill Cosby. You can take your pudding.
That was Jell-O.
No, he does the pudding pops, remember?
Can you show me how?
No, I'm not showing you anything. You know, I'm going to talk to Nash about this. He warned me about you.
I don't understand why I'm getting blamed for this.
He said, you got to watch out for this.
I hired an accounting firm. Mm-hmm. I brought in an outside agency led by your son to count the votes.
You know he can.
What else could I have done? What else could I have done?
You've met his mom. You know how
what
that
else
works.
could I have done? If I would have come here and told you if I would have come here and told you that I won for a third year, which I could have done, ladies and gentlemen, but I am upstanding, law-abiding citizen, you would have challenged that result and been just as upset. So what else should I have done? I'm waiting.
I think I could have handled, letting you win a third year.
Letting me win.
Because at least I knew you were playing the game.
So you won't be upset if I win?
I didn't say that either.
You just said that.
I said I could have handled it. I didn't say I wouldn't be upset.
So you can't handle it?
I said I could have handled it.
You can handle it but be upset?
Sure.
You can't handle Meathead winning?
Oh, that's ridiculous.
So I won?
No, you didn't.
We can do like a whole Andre the Giant, Ted DiBiase thing here.
Yeah, because you bought and paid for it.
There's only one
to
referee.
make sure I didn't lose. There was two twins.
Today there was one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so anyways, we lost. We'll see you next week for the 2014 draft.
Follow us on Twitter for breaking news, live wrestling chat, and pure hilarity. Head over to twitter.com/PWR show and be part of the conversation.